Welcome to the What Happens Next YouTube channel. What we're aiming to do with this channel is share content designed to make sure that you're supported through whatever's next in your life. And we'd love to continue to do that. I've got a favour to ask today, and what I'd ask you to do is just subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it really helps us deliver really good quality content on a consistent basis. Thank you, and let's go on to the interview. What are your top tips for managing and navigating that change when people are thinking about what's next?
Well, I think it's so for me, it's about understanding yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So if you understand yourself, then you know what is scary to you. So what's scary to me is having nothing to do, right? So I struggle really. I've read a book recently about the art of rest, and because I struggle to really switch off. And in this book, it talks about 8 different reasons why you rest. And my way of resting is going for a walk with Dylan, my dog, right?
Yeah.
Other people's are watching television. Other people's are sleeping. Other people's are reading, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I think we're all unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
And therefore, what's right for me or right for you, Chris, is not necessarily going to be right for some of the people that, right?
100%.
So I think understanding yourself is the key to unlocking your potential and unlocking and in a way not being scared of change.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I would probably write it down.
Yeah.
I'm always a good one for sort of drawing a line on a page in the middle and going the pros and cons and thinking. I tend to catastrophize.
Okay.
So I go, what is the worst that could happen by making that change? None of that is going to happen because that's the worst thing. The world's going to end. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to whatever, right? And what are my mitigating factors? I work back and then I go, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So actually it isn't as scary as it. So I reframe it.
Yeah, I like that. And I've never heard catastrophizing as a positive technique before, but actually taking it from your head onto the page and then saying, is that really real?
Yeah.
Is a really interesting concept. I really like that. I really like that. And then on the other side of the line, so if you've got a line there, you've got the catastrophe on there.
Yeah.
Is it best case scenario on the other side?
It's best case scenario, but it's also, and there's a third column, which is what am I going to do? So you've got kind of best case and worst case. And then in the middle, you've got, okay, so how do I stop going into that to move to there? So you're kind of moving from right to left.
The practical bit, right?
So like we talked about, so that might be going and seeing a headhunter, going and seeing a financial planner, going on a course, looking into a different industry, my network, doing a little network audit, talking to my wife or my partner or whatever, thinking about from a financial perspective, do I have a mortgage? When does that expire? What's my life insurance? All of.
But it's the incremental actions that sit in the middle, isn't it? That gets you from like. I think that's a really, really interesting concept.